Alright, Tuesday stream again, this time with the Raging Form updates, so let's begin. So first off, let's start off with the original Raging Form Dragon, which is a copy and paste of the original. Auto limit break 4, at the end of battle attack, you can retire 3 Revenger rearguards to ride 1 Raging Form Dragon from your hand. And when this card attacks, you can counter blast 1 plus 3k, and also has the Lord ability, where if you have a card not the same clan as this unit, it cannot attack. Obviously, this is not as good as the V version, but obviously with the updates with limit break, you're gonna need it. In which we get the updated Stride fusion of Raging Form. True Revenger Raging Rap Dragon still has the same skills, where the main skill was Auto Vanguard, Limit Break 4 at the end of the attack. If your heart is raging, cost Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, retire 2 rear guards, discard 2 grade 3 Abyss Dragons from your hand, put this back to your G zone face up, and then choose a face down copy of itself and stride it as stand with drive -1 day and turn. Despite how costly this was, it was possible back in the day to basically superior stride this 3 times, but it wasn't great and consistent because of the discard 2 Abyss Dragons. But the Crest is going to fix that, which will be explained later, but the new added updated skill is just basically the same as all the Stride fusions of these 3 sets, where at G zone, if your Vanguard is grade 3 Raging Form Dragon with limit break ability, did not get Imaginary Crest in the fight, you can pay the cost even if your opponent's at grade 2, stride this card from face down, then turn a Revenger from your G zone face up, and then get 2 Imaginary Force along with the Raging Form Dragon Crest. In which, unlike the other Crest, this one does not let you copy the ability of your limit break ability. Because this one, if your heart is Raging Form Dragon with the limit break ability, you can pay the cost of the limit break 4 ability of Raging Rap Dragon as retire 3 Revengers instead. So basically inherit the cost of Raging Form Dragon. In many ways, this is way more consistent than what Raging Rap Dragon already has, because discarding 2 Abyss Dragons is not very consistent. But another key aspect is that you don't even need to ride that Raging Form Dragon, so that's another key aspect. Although if you use the V one, of course you don't need to ride just Raging Form Dragon, so there might be some mix and match playability here from original and V version. And if you're using the original, it becomes 13k power thanks to the Crest, along with limit break abilities being active regardless of damage. The only thing I could say really nice about this Crest is that the change of the cost is just very helpful, because not only that you do not need the grade 3s in your hand, especially Raging Form Dragon itself, but because you're superior striding, you're actually plussing. And with a lot of this old support, of course you're going to be able to just do the double Raging Rap Dragon play like you would originally do the double Raging Form play. But the funny thing is, if you use V Raging Form, it provides the same result technically, except that you need to have the grade 3 in hand. But it is up to personal preferences that what you want to play, especially since you could use the grade 3 consistency to ride the correct Raging Form from your deck. So for some reason you want to do the Crest first, you got the grade 3 that can consistently ride a Raging Form Dragon from your deck, and it could be the limit break 1 first. And because of the Stride unit not using any of the Raging Form Dragons in your hand, you can actually reuse that for basically the big plays for next turn. And remember, the original Raging Form Dragon can re-ride into V Raging Form Dragon. But overall, pretty cool, and it is up to personal preferences on depending what you prefer to play. And finally, here's the G zone. Funny thing is, because of Raging Rap Dragon, going to GB8 might be easier. So that's it for the new updates for Raging Form Dragon. What do you guys think of it? One thing's for sure, I'm glad Raging Form Dragon is back, even though Raging Form never got a Stride unit, and I mean the one with the Stride skill. But the second thing I kind of like is how the Crest actually kind of makes the Raging Rap Dragon consistent, even though it's just a copy and paste of the original Raging Form Dragon's cost, even though it doesn't inherit the Raging Form Dragon's ability, because that would have been nice. But what I do like is how you could actually now perform some of the Raging Form shenanigans multiple times in the game. You can do the superior stride in one turn, and then do the superior ride in another turn, because one problem that Raging Form Dragon has is that it goes all out in one turn. Once you use up all your resources, it's kind of dead. So one thing I do for sure like is that you can now do the multiple superior rides in multiple turns. But luckily there's also Raging Fall Dragon reversed as a backup, which is also another probably more consistent card that you might prefer. So it is still personal preferences. But other than that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.